My name's Dr. Adam Sharples. I'm a lecturer here in cell and molecular physiology. So my research focuses mainly on the impact of age on muscle. So how basically that impacts on muscle function, but also at the cell and molecular level, what's really going on with respect to, if you compare that with young adults, and also how that impacts on muscle loss with age. So we do a lot of work on muscle stem cells, looking, because they're the main reparative cell within muscle, looking at how age impairs their function. But we're also then interested in exercise and nutrition, and also genetic therapies in order to stop the muscle loss that we see with age. The one thing we're doing here, which is sort of different than a lot of institutions, is we're interested in looking at muscle memory. So one of the things that we know from lots of different studies, but we see that poor nutrition or early life injury, or what we call catabolic events, so events where we see loss in muscle from disuse, for example, or from an injury, that impacts on muscle mass and size and growth and function as we age, and that's linked with things like morbidity, early morbidity and early mortality in humans. So we're interested in looking at the mechanisms of that, and one of the things that we think might be the cause is epigenetic mechanisms. And with the facilities now we have here at LGMU in this building, we can start to determine some of those epigenetic mechanisms, which are how the environmental, so how those environmental encounters of injury, disuse throughout the lifespan, how they impact on how we turn on and off our genes, our inherited genes. I mean, we go right from molecules to man type research, so my fundamental interest is at the cellular level, but I now do work with colleagues over in Tom Riley building who are taking muscle biopsies from athletic populations who have done different exercise interventions, for example, looking at metabolic adaptation, but also my interest in how muscle mass is regulated, how we lose and gain muscle mass. And that's really important, because now not just more and more for journal publication, you need mechanisms of what's happening in these populations, but you also, to get a full understanding of where we go as a discipline in terms of the mechanisms, it's really important to have access to populations such as that, including all the physiological based research, the outstanding physiological based research that goes on, and tie that in with the molecular adaptation. We've recently had a huge investment in terms of the infrastructure, so we've had the Life Sciences building, which houses cutting edge equipment in order to undertake analysis not only of muscle tissue, so we do a lot of work where we're taking muscle biopsies from healthy, old, young, aged, diseased people, and we can do the molecular and cell-based analysis, so really look at what are the mechanisms that are driving the changes that we see in those populations in muscle. And we've got all the facilities here now to do that. We can look at the stem cell level, we can look at the tissue level, we can look at the genetic level, and we can look at the biochemical level as well, which is really important when we're trying to investigate the whole spectrum of what could be happening in that tissue.